It came from my mom's, it's my mom's nickname. It's actually yung nickname na binigay sa kanya ng favorite niya ako, which is my daughter, yung eldest ko. Nahihirapan kasi siyang maglola, so kaya Lula.
During parties kasi, every time we have parties, laging nagluluto yung mga Risa ng special kare-kare niya for the relatives. So ever since then, whenever they come and eat dinner with us, they wanted to have a place where they can buy this special kare-kare. So Risa thought of this idea, had this idea that she's gonna put up a restaurant selling kare-kare, Lula special kare-kare.
Ano yun, napansin ko kasi yung mga guests namin. Sobra silang looking forward to eating the kare-kare. Tapos meron pa kami specialty na nakuha ko naman sa family niya, yung bagnet. Kasi he's from Ilocos, yung family niya. Native sila ng Ilocos. So sabi ko, sarap nito. Siguro magugustuhan din ng ibang tao. Tapos tagal-tagal kong inisip, mga siguro 3 to 4 years. It took a while before I had the courage to risk. Kasi syempre, it's that medyo malaking pera din yung tsaka kailangan magluto ng restaurant. Yung mami ko, ayaw niya yung pangalan sa kanya. Kasi medyo mayayain yun eh. Tsaka, pero pinikilig siya. Pinikilig siya pag narinig niya ang kanikwento. Tsaka, when she gets that reaction from people na who's so amazed by her kare-kare. Because as Filipinos, we love kare-kare. I mean, it's a family tradition. It's, kumbaga, tradition ng mga pamilya. Pag special occasion, may kare-kare. Eh, ang hirap niyang lutuin. So, pag makakahanap ka ng mga tao na who falls in love with your mom's kare-kare, parang music for ears yun. Laging, parang maring tenga niya pag narinig niya. Tapos, parang in cloud 9. So, I guess, talagang pagpupunyagi yun sa kanya, sa love niya for cooking, for her family.
Risa designed the interior of our restaurants. She actually likes motivational quotes. That's why she looks for this mga quotes whenever we go to some places like the malls. Whenever she sees stuff that she likes to put in the restaurant, she just buys them one by one and then we put it on the walls.
Okay. Sa collaboration yun. Like, there are some aspects like, I have a friend who's into buildings and to putting up mga units. So I asked her for advice. Tapos si Marty, I always ask him also kung maganda ba pag nag-iikot kami sa mga restaurants or pag may mga bago akong nakikita, tatanungin ko siya, tingin mo bagay ba? Tapos naging joke na nga namin pag nakakita kami sa mga malls, pag meron naman kitang tiles na maganda, big tiles. So, kasi parang nung nag-start na kami ng construction, parang na-in-love na ako with tiles. Kasi nga mapapansin mo, sa labas ng restaurant, may tiles. Tapos, yun, pag may nagustuhan ako sa labas, tapos titingnan ko kung bagay ba. Tapos I asked them for their opinion.
Kasi kami ni Risa, we like to travel, so we like to eat outside as well. So we appreciate all the restaurants that we visit and eat in, and then from there we adapted their ideas and try to make it our own.
I think what differentiates my mom's kare-kare from others is it's really a family tradition. She's been married to my father for, I think, close to 50 years now. But he's passed away a long time ago. But her kare-kare is the testament of her love for my father because it's my father's favorite dish. So, ang nagturo talaga sa kanya ng kare-kare is my father because yung Padilla family loves kare-kare. So, mapapansin mo almost all the Padillas love kare-kare as a dish because it's our family thing. Tapos, tinuro ng father ko sa mother ko yung recipe na pinaganda lang niya through the years of cooking it. And that's what happens when you love something. As the years go by, it gets better and better. Because I can say that from the kare-kare that my mom was cooking 10 years ago to the kare-kare that she cooks now, malayo na yung naging parang na-develop, tapos may mga dinagdag siya na mas lumabas pa yung flavor ng kare-kare ng nanay ko. Tapos, even my husband, who doesn't like kare-kare, as in from before, he never did like it. Pero nung nakatikim siya ng kare-kare,
I love it already.
or else I would punch him.
No, because this kare-kare is special. It's made out of family tradition and out of Lisa's mom's love for her father. So, out of respect, when I tasted it, I really liked it. But I tasted it out of respect. But when I tasted it, I fell in love with it. It's really good. So that's why I support this recipe, this restaurant ever since.
Tapos yun pa, yung kare-kare kasi ng mommy ko, we do it the long version, which is, it sometimes takes 12 hours to make the meat. To make the meats as parang tender and really, parang pag kinain mo, hindi ka na mag-e-effort. Minsan kasi kung mapapansin mo pag kumakain ka sa restaurants, minsan minamadali because syempre kailangan mo by bulk na luto. Minsan hindi ka pa natatapos, meron ng mga tao, so kailangan nagmamadali. Yung nanay ko, she never takes it na mamadali niya yung pagluluto because for her, it's really an art. Na parang pag kumain yung tao, dapat mag-enjoy. Hindi pwedeng minamadali, hindi pwedeng tinitipid. At saka asar na asar siya pag kulang yung binibigay mo sa customer. So gusto niya, marami yung portion, tapos yung ingredients hindi tinitipid, lahat ng kailangan nandun dapat. So I think that's the main thing is, when you love something, lumalabas kasi walang shortcut, walang tipid, lahat yung gusto mo. So, iba yung lasa. Nakikita talaga yun. Pag natikman mo yung kare-kare ng mami ko, makukompare mo talaga. Or I just love her too much.
Our other specialties, one is the vegan bagnet. So the recipe came from my family now. My dad is from Ilocos, vegan Ilocos. And then it's quite our favorite. That's the favorite of our family. And
my daughter's favorite. Like Iba. Yeah.
And another one is the sisig. Pork sisig here is good because I like the way the spiciness is done. It's not too spicy and it's just right for me. And I think Riza likes it as well because usually Riza doesn't eat spicy food, but with our sisig, it's okay with her. What else?
We have the lengua, tapos yung machado, masarap din.
For the kids, we have the lasagna, we have the carbonara, we have spaghetti, and then we have some Filipino pasta as well, which is pancit, malabon, pancit bihon, pancit tiki bihon. So
it's actually Filipino comfort food. So it's really whatever you like to eat when you're craving for Filipino food. So all out comfy food.
Other than that,
the crispy pata also is a must-try because yung tenderness ng meat, just like the kare-kare which takes us 12 hours sometimes, minsan ganun din katagal kasi I don't want na parang nagko-complain yung customer na mahirap kainin dahil masyadong matigas. Because like, ang mapapansin natin, ang local meat natin is minsan hindi siya masyadong madaling huyain. So, ang ginagawa namin to compensate for that is it takes a long time for us to cook it. And we don't magamit ng pressure cooker. So, slow heat siya talaga.
Other than that, we also try to include some other versions of our favorite food, like the beef kuba. We try to put all of our favorite from different restaurants. We're trying to insert some Mediterranean food like beef kebab because we really like that food. And then we will add in some Mexican food as well in the future for some other food enthusiasts that are over here in our area.
So we'll be adding pizza and tacos and basically lahat ng para meron for everyone in the family, like sa daddy kung feed niya ng kare-kare or sa mom, tapos if your kids are into pizza or tacos, we made it so that everybody can eat as mulas and everybody can have something that they like.
Risa does all the work and her mom as well. So
ako yung namamalengke. So that's my world. I go to the marketplace to buy our ingredients.
Yep. So they wake up very early, sometimes 4 or 5 in the morning. They go to the market and get the best beef early in the morning.
We make sure that everything is fresh and everything is up to par sa quality. We don't skimp on quality because I know that the customer's money is hard-earned and I know that for ang daming competition, if you don't give them quality, they will not come back to you. So, alam ko na gaano ka-importante yung customer loyalty, which is you will get that if you provide them with quality food. Quality food for an affordable price. I think that's the main thing for our restaurants. That's our main focus in this restaurant. Quality for affordability. Quality and affordability.
Risa does some cooking with some of the foods like lasagna, right?
Lasagna, I do it. But the main cooking is done by my mom. It's really her recipe.
The special kare-kare is done by her mom. Risa does some of the dishes like lasagna. For me, I'm just a taste specialist. I taste it and then I give them good comments. I really feel I have the most important job. So I taste it and tell them the truth about the taste and then I give approval when it's good.
Ako naman yung parang it has to pass my standards. So if I taste na kailangan pareho, kailangan nagpa-pass siya ng standards para alam ko na pasok sa bangat.
We really take pride on our food. What Lisa is trying to say is that we appreciate our customers coming here. At the same time, we want them to enjoy the food that they're paying for. So. We only have delivery services for nearby houses.
For nearby villages. So, right now, we only deliver to 3 villages around the area. But after siguro a month's time, we'll be delivering to Quezon City and Marikina.
But for the meantime, we'll probably we're more on takeout.
Takeout and dine-in.
Okay.
And we have a function. We have a function where you can use like this one. It's really for private functions, like for 25 to 30 people. If you have like binyag, kaya intimate na wedding, or you have a birthday party where you don't want the hassle of having a caterer go to your place, you can have our place and we'll take care of everything for you, from the food to the preparation to the cleaning. Kami na bahala. Parang wala nang isipin yung celebrant. So we thought of something like this na they don't even have to pay extra. So it's our gift to our customers na na for their special events, they can have a worry-free party. For appetizer, it's the sizzling sisig because it's really ours, so yeah, that's it. And then for the main dish, go with the original kare-kare or the bagnet kare-kare. And then for pasta, you can have the vegan longanisa pasta, which is a white cream-based pasta with vegan longanisa bits on top of it. Tapos, the crispy pata and the bagnet. Yun yun talaga. Tapos, for the dessert, it's the chocolate egg, which is a Filipino tablea. It's how do you say that? Native chocolate na niluto slow heat with evaporated milk and sugar. Or the escondero.
Yeah, escondero or sabacondero. At first, because for us, this restaurant is like a hobby for us because we really like to eat outside. So we take pride on the customers' reviews of our restaurant. So whenever they say they tell us that we're doing something wrong, Risa is quick to react to it. So sometimes she's overreacting to every criticism that she gets. Either it's good or bad, she reacts very quickly. So that's one of the most challenging part of managing this restaurant for us. But lately, we've learned that you cannot please everyone.
When we started, I didn't really know what I wanted. So the challenge was trying to put up something from your head and then turning it into a reality. So ang hirap kasi yung pagpaplano kulang. So parang I had to learn along the way what I wanted. So anong nangyari, from yung first, we got the wrong contractor. So anong nangyari, meron pang part na biglang mali yung ginawa niya. Tapos it turned out na lahat ng ginawa niya na sinira ko kasi hindi niya gusto ko. Tapos yung may mga tao na kausap ka kasi hindi mag-show up, na nagbayad ka na. I think yun lang yung challenge. But everything turned out to be more beautiful than I thought. And we're so glad that the reception for the restaurant is quite good. And it's better than expected because it turns out a lot of Filipinos pala talaga loves kare-kare and they like my mom's kare-kare.
Okay. Probably one advice is if you're really passionate about, for example, having a restaurant or eating or cooking, it's good to have somebody who you can ask about certain businesses before you start it because it's really costly. And then
if you're gonna put up a business, sabi, kasi I love reading motivational books and I love to listen to motivational speakers. In any venture, you should always think that it's harder than it is. Para yung expectations mo, parang you won't quit in the middle because you know already that it's hard. So, you can prepare yourself na yung mindset mo maayos mo na in such a way na in the middle, na mahirap, alam mo mahirap, so hindi ka mag-quit. So, kailangan alam mo na mahirap para prepared ka for anything that comes along your way. Because if I hadn't thought that it was gonna be hard, I would have quit a long time ago because ang daming restaurants, like in our area alone, 1,300 competitors. And we are the Philippines is a third world nation. So it's just good that most Filipinos are into eating now. It's our passion, kumbaga mahilig tayong kumain. So yun yung good thing about that. Pero alam mo na mahirap ka papasukin mo. So prepared ka na whatever happens, you will stick to your guns and you will make sure that it will work. Kahit anong mangyari, it will work. And you will make it work. I think that's it. That's the thing that you should remember in everything that you do. Yun. At saka make sure that you're doing what you love. Because if you don't love it, you will quit.
Yep. So don't give up right away. So if your idea is half-baked, so my suggestion is not to go with it. Make sure when you start something, it's going to be a commitment, especially in terms of money, it's going to be costly. So you have to be sure that you really want to do what you're trying to open up. After that, once you're in there, don't give up just yet. If you truly believe in your product, and then in the future, everything will be fine.
Or pwede rin na parang start small so that mafe-feel mo kung merong magandang feedback from the customers. Kasi if you start big and then you invested all of your money or lahat nilagay mo, mahirap yung pagbangon pag hindi okay. So, dahan-dahan, tingnan mo muna kung merong market, and then if there is a market, then you go all out. Kasi hindi naman maganda na parang tatanong ka tapos yung pala nagpapakamatay ka lang, diba? Mas maganda na parang teka, titingnan mo muna tapos uy, okay pala, o di okay, lahat na, ibigay mo na. Kasi pangarap mo yan eh. So, pag nangarap ka, ang advice ko is to do it because sabi nga nila, paulit-ulit ko nang narinig na there's no regret like what could have been. So, mas maganda na parang, I gave it my all, binilahat ko na, pero it's either you become a success or it's a learning failure. Parang you're gonna learn from your failure. And sabi nga nila, as long as you learn from it, it's not a failure. Because one failure after another is just one step towards success.